next is we're going to unlock Margrat, and I believe the quest starts at Old Sharlayan. And let me double check, I have it up here. It's called A Request of One's Own from Theopoldin, or Theopoldin. And I've seen him a couple times. He's down over by the dock. Yeah, he's right here. A Request of One's Own. I'll need to switch over to Disciple of Handerland. Or Crafting or Gatherer. I'll just pick Carpenter. Still got my full indicators. This apparently indicators last you all the way through Dawn Trail, or up to level 90, so like I'll be just fine once I actually can get to Dawn Trail crafting. Anyway, let's go and talk to Theopoldin and get started on unlocking Margrat Custom Deliveries. A Request of One's Own. Theopoldin is chatting animatedly with a gleaner. He looks like someone to be called Theopoldin. Pray see that it is done. Thank you for your unwavering service. Oh, Thaliak be good. I didn't see you there. I trust you have been well, and the twins. Perhaps I should reintroduce myself. Our meeting was passing brief after all. My name is Theopoldin. Well, that's why you have the text above your head. Of course I know what your name is. And I oversee the researches in the Printhos. During the final days, you and the Levier children assisted me in exchange for stories about their mother and father. Oh, I remember him now, okay. Although I'm sure the issue of the Aetherburner weighed heavier on your mind than your personal anecdotes at the time. You Scions truly managed to do the impossible. Our star owes you its salvation. Well, yeah, I'm the main character. Moreover, your spectacular voyage through the great expanse has driven our researchers to pursue greater heights of development and innovation. We don't have another apocalypse scheduled, do we? Oh, are you building more toy boats or starfaring vessels? Not so far as I'm aware. No, for a blessing, what we currently concern ourselves with in the Printhos is far less dire. Would you care to join me below? You can see for yourself what our researchers have been busying themselves with these days. Our gleaners have just delivered some missives that I must distribute, and I would be greatly honored by your company. Sure, why not? Marvelous. I have no doubt your presence will brighten many a day. In that case, where might we begin? Ah, yes. Why don't we pay Margrat a visit first? Quite gregarious, that one. Always eager to share her opinion. Yes, we met her. Her laboratory is the eastern side of Sharlayan Hamlet, so let us be off. Yeah, she was a bit crazy. I mean, no more than your average Sharlayan scientist person, but maybe she just kind of thought sleep was for the weak, and eating, and drinking, and anything that would need to be needed to keep yourself alive. Let's see. Yep, in the Sharlayan Hamlet. There it is. I gotta hold down control because I've got too many of these side quests since I haven't done almost any of them. Alright, Margrat and Theopoldin. Whoops, that's right. There they are. This is the place. Let's see if she's in. Could have sworn that she was over here. Not over here. Anyway. Talk to a relaxing researcher. Can I help you with something? Yes, in fact. My apologies for intruding upon your break. but is Margaret available for a chat? Oh, no, she, left for Thesaurus. Thesaurus, I think. She mentioned something about a request, or getting something off her chest. I couldn't say for sure. Thesaurus is a collective that oversees synonyms and antonyms. I mean, what? Oversees the allocation of research material. So naturally, they have a branch here in Sharlayan Hamlet. From quills to guild-ship commissions, Thesaurus is one-stop provider of countless invaluable services. They are committed to ensuring our researchers have what they need to perform their work effectively and efficiently. I'm sure Margaret will be kind enough to expound. Oh yeah, I'm sure she will. Will be kind enough to expound upon their offerings in exhausting detail when we find her. It's the building just across the plaza. Wait, is that okay? No, it's over here. Let's see. Oh, okay, it's actually like a building we can go into. Right, Theopolin? Hold in. There's a D there. I see someone's doing their custom deliveries. Here we are. I assume we'll find Margaret with our receptionist. Ah, there she is. That I should have to explain it is an affront to common sense, but our development of Labyrinthos infrastructure has been painstakingly rational, as befits this intellectual community. Margaret, please. We have never shirked our duty to share the returns of our research, be they informational or monetary, and Emporia's ledgers can surely attest to the equitable distribution of such dividends. Since the rational system is designed to create a self-sustaining cycle of funding for our research, it is only logical to conclude that nothing is rotten in the state of Sharlayan Hamlet. I do not want to deal with this person. But do you know what is rotten, Hodge? What is hastening our decency, body and soul? Oh, decay. What is hastening our decay, body and soul? The goddamn chairs, Hodge! She's here to complain about the chairs. The blank, soulless walls, the complete inability to requisition anything deemed irrelevant to our research despite the abundant benefits they may provide. The sustainment of the sanity and well-being of our researchers. Wasn't she the one going crazy in 6.4? Tell me, this mighty Labyrinthos bereft of wealth or compassion? I'd like to know, Hodge. When I said she was eager to share her opinions, I confess this was not what I had in mind. Margaret, would you kindly stop berating Hodge for doing his job? Poor Hodge. Berating? No, I'm merely submitting a request for answers regarding systematic failures whilst operating my assessment of the situation. She said offering, not operating. Whoops. But now that you're here, sir, perhaps you can use your authority to remedy this latest injustice. Would that I could, Margaret. Sadly, our resources have their limits, but I assure you that our associates at Thesaurus will continue to make every effort to ensure each request receives due consideration. Furthermore, in light of the correspondence I just received from your collaborators, you have more pressing matters to attend to. They say, and I quote, "We appreciate your concerns regarding the current schedule. Nevertheless, we wish to proceed according to initially scheduled projections. Respectfully yours, etc." Yeah, why? Why does this always happen? What about the word impossible is so difficult to comprehend. Do they think we're exaggerating? Or is it the air too thin at the mountaintops of privilege from which our superiors deign to issue commandments? Why is it that when we dare to hope that perhaps this time, it will be different, it always ends in the same catastrophe of unlearned lessons? Do it again, but faster! Sacrifice health, hygiene, personal happiness as you feed the furnace. Its hunger for your labor is insatiable. Oh, minion, when you're everything on the altar of glorious progress. Yeah, I think she snapped. Oh, I can't stand it anymore. Take my life, my liberty. Just leave my fluffy bed. I've only just remembered its gentle caress. Okay, now I kind of feel bad for her. Because in 6.4 she was going crazy, and I thought she was just a crazy Sharlayan researcher. Now I realize that she's like just plain snapped. But no, after ripping us from the bosom of what meager comforts our servitude affords, they now expect us to bruise our buttocks upon chairs harder than the heads of the whole forum combined. And that's what she's complaining about. Well, I guess I am a carpenter. I can kind of try and make you some more chairs. Upon the slags of the greedy guild pinchers refuse to replace on the grounds they are not essential for our work, despite the cries of our lower backs for succor, mournful and ceaseless and distracting, stifling geniuses and innovation. Can I help somehow? I swear to you, here and now, that I will make you a new chair if you stop talking, yes. Wait a moment. I've seen you somewhere before. Yeah, I was in 6.4. Aether Tanks. That's right, Aether Tanks. I remember now, that's not my name. Wait, you'd make me a chair? So, in other words, you're an artisan? Yep. And a humorist, too, I see. Your jest is most welcome in these trying times. I wasn't jesting. Please shut up. I doubt I was half the help to you as you would be to me, but I'm prepared to impose upon your goodwill, if it will yield us even an ounce of respite. May I? Sure. As long as you give me some purple and orange scripts, we're good. Oh, I knew it. You exude a kindness that other people in our immediate vicinity decidedly lack. I'll get straight to the point. Our bums are sore and our backs are curled like finger shrimp. Well, yeah, you're hunched over desks. Of course you're going to have shrimp posture. Anything to help alleviate our pains would be gratefully appreciated. Cushions, massage instruments, herbal supplements, anything. Oh, and should you fear that a surplus of generosity might go to waste, know that there is no shortage of achy researchers in my laboratory. So all donations are put to good use. Rest assured, you will be compensated with more than our glowing gratitude, too. You're adventuring types like those colorful scripts, don't you? Yes, we do. Well, I have a veritable tons of them left over from an old project, so they are yours should they bring you joy. Oh, sounds good to me. Plus a lot of experience. Well, your gesture humbles us. I would hate to think Margrat is pressing you with her overzealousness. Are you sure this arrangement would not be an imposition? Nope, not at all. I mean, she literally just said she'd pay me. Well, it is your prerogative, and I am sure your efforts will be appreciated by all. Hodge, coordinate with the distribution of Margrat's scripts so we may establish a provisional exchange in these offices for our new partner's convenience. Understood. Yeah, I'm just gonna say R. At the far desk, we'll see that you are furnished with whatever supplies you require. Do not hesitate to make use of her services. I have other missives in need of delivery, so I shall leave you to it. But please, take care not to overexert yourself. Well, considering I'm just gonna, like, quick craft these with, train die and groundwork, it probably won't be that difficult. I think I have high enough crafting to do that. Actually, no, the Emeliance ones are, like, 93? I don't remember how high the Andon ones are, but maybe these will be higher level. Anyway. Be advised, I will hold you responsible if she does. Okay. I thought she had gone off the deep end because she was a Sharlayan researcher who never got any sleep. No, it turns out she's a Sharlayan researcher who realizes that other Sharlayan researchers are crazy. Right. To avoid the Apollon's wrath, why don't we start with 3 items or so? Your best material for backaches in exchange for my colorful scripts. Scripts, there's no T in there. I look forward to seeing what you deliver. Sounds good to me, and they actually give me some decent food. Though I have some HQ tea in my inventory, so it doesn't really matter. I guess I could use those when I eventually get to... What's the thing called? Dawn Trail crafting, but whatever. Oh, right, what are we making? See, I'll make sure to go ahead and do my other custom deliveries later. And so I believe with these, you only need 3. Okay, so we'll go ahead and make some cushions. Yeah, I can just quick craft these. So I'll go ahead and buy 3 cushion materials from ore here. And they realize there's no point in giving the lower level materia here, because you're just gonna buy grade 8 at here. Okay, let's get 3 cushion materials. Go ahead and quick craft those. My very complicated macro. But now I'm actually getting Dawn Trail items, so I can't really... Well, I can make them, but I don't really want to buy all the materials from... off the market board for it. Anyway, those are the 3 that I think we need, so let's go ahead and give them to Margrat. Oh, let's actually read that. To hear Theosaurus' excuses, one might think it necessary to sell your firstborn to afford a comfortable chair and desk. Surely it isn't impossible to properly furnish a laboratory on a budget. Let's see, items on Margrat. Yeah, this is normal stuff. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and turn these 3 in. Oh, let's actually read that. Alright, yeah, I only need 3 of them. Let's actually read this. Oh, right. Give me a second. For those. Yeah, I bought some more of those. I'll just go ahead and buy like 5 of these. Okay, that should be enough for today. Alright, Margrat, here's 2 more cushions. Let's actually read this. Sometimes a good cushion is all you need to transform any old chair into posterior paradise. I've even heard of designs that incorporate gelatinous material sourced from, well, so long as it's comfortable, right? Oh, you know, I should probably think about doing one of each of these. You would normally fling items of extraordinary quality to whomever is needed, because such a behavior may condition people to trail behind like awestruck ducklings, myself included. I wonder if this changes if the quality is a little bit lower. I also wonder if it also looks like you get different dialogue for that first one depending on which item you turn in. I'm not an absolute completionist that wants to document every single dialogue option, so I'm not gonna bother trying to turn in one of each of them. That'd also be kind of a pain to do. So I'm just gonna continue doing the crafting ones like we have been doing. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this. This will actually give me 93 carpenter too. Yeah, just barely. They should make all the difference. Wait here, I'll go and deliver them to my colleagues. The results are in. Those items you procured for us are the best thing since sliced Archon loaf. Yeah, I think she's gone off the deep end. No longer shall our backs suffer from crinks and cramps of outrageous furniture. With renewed health and mental clarity, may we set upon our work and meet our deadlines without need for extensions. Probably. Ahem. Theatrics aside, we are very grateful to you, kind lady. I'm afraid my complaints supersede a more civilized greeting, so allow me to properly introduce myself. You already did, didn't you? My name is Margrat, and I work as a specialist in propulsion engineering here in Sharlayan Hamlet. Under the supervision of Kokol Dokol, my team participated in the development of not just the Aether Burner, but the myriad ancillary propulsion system of the Ragnarok. As our assignments concerned the crux of the project, we worked in tandem with a variety of other laboratories. My team was charged with performing analysis of the physical and ethereal phenomenon to which the internal components would be subjected. Another team calculated the necessary energy costs of all propulsion systems and proposed refinements to improve ethereal conductivity. And yet another team drafted the plans that reconciled all our disparate findings into one cohesive image. Thus we spun our web of productivity. Of course, a specialist is only as special as the demand for their expertise. So once the final days were thwarted and the threat to our lives no more, the threat to our livelihoods reared its ugly head. Thankfully, our experience with the Ragnarok was of value to Garland Ironworks, who offered my team the opportunity to collaborate on new airship engines, and so we live to labor another day. True to their Garlean roots, they rely heavily on ceruleum to power their engines, but with a few adjustments, raw ether can also... Ah, but you know all about the ether's potential, don't you? Tell me, why did you need those tanks? No reason. It's not often, or ever really, that people come clamoring for tanks with the capacity to power an interstellar vessel. Fancied a jaunt to the moon, did you? Haha, yes, actually. Yeah, how do we answer this? So we actually did go to the moon. Multiple times, actually. You ripped a hole in the moon? To forestall void sent invasion? Yeah, because this was after 6.5. Pull the other one. It's got bells on it. Next, you'll be claiming you're a scion. Next stop, Ultima Thule. Ma'am, do you not know? Have you not seen my resume? Why are you giving me that look? Wait, what did you say your name was? The person who saved the world. Brilliant Mason? Right. The very brilliant Mason who went to Ultima Thule with the other scions. Rockar smite you, Theopoldin. Would it have killed you to say something? All of us were so consumed by work back then that we never got so much as a glimpse of the scions, let alone... And now here I am, winking to you about back pain? What a laugh. Apologies. I had no idea we're the brilliant Mason. It's, quite a lot to process. Thank you for taking the time to help us. And, if you were so inclined, we would be terribly grateful for your continued assistance. Theosaurus is unlikely to loosen its purse strings anytime soon, and we're still in dire need of things to improve our quality of life here in Labyrinthos. What say you? I'll make you an honorary member of our team, or better yet, my very own personal gleaner, no thanks. The honor would be mine. Compensation, benefits, saw you pay me, as they say. Yeah, let's do that. Spoken like a born freelancer. But to answer your question, I could paper the city with the amount of scripts I have lying around. You have my word that we shan't leave you waiting. And she does back to dancing. Yep, she's crazy. Alright, that was the first quest. And then we'll go ahead and do the other 3 turn-ins. Alright, kind collaborator. Hey, there's so much work to be done. Research Charlie Hamlin, need to mirror out of needs. That in, Margaret has a new favor to ask you. Yep. Pardon me. About the request I submitted earlier, have they reached a consensus? All materials necessary for the current research have been allocated. Additional supplies will not be forthcoming. Oh, I see. Thus spoke the wise bureaucrats unto the obeisant workers. Tell us, which unreasonable desire did you dare voice to our overlords? It's like she's simultaneously hilarious and annoying. Oh, hello, Margaret. I didn't think it was that unreasonable, all things considered. What were we supposed to do now? As good a chance as any. I do believe we have our next commission. The despondent man you see before you is Roaring Spring. These male Rogan names. A fellow researcher formerly assigned to the Ragnarok project, albeit on a different team. I would be much obliged if you could procure whatever it was the Sorrows refused him. He's gentle a soul, deserving far better treatment than he's received, and I think you'll find his area of expertise fascinating. If you can guess what that is, well, I don't know. Rejoice, Roaring Spring. It just so happens that we have a special offer on all things Thesaurus is too parsimonious to provide. My great and benevolent gleaner friend will be happy to deliver your unreasonable desires. Like I said, I don't think it's that unreasonable. It's just, truly. Margaret, you should probably ask him what it is before you promise these kinds of things. Well, then, cat food? He just wants to feed the cats. Okay. I can see why this was turned down, but it's also, like, not that difficult. Or treats, toys, anything to amuse and delight our laboratory's kitty cats. Well, when she said he was a gentle soul, I think she said gentle soul, I forget the exact word she used. Yeah, okay, I can see this. Their comfort is our comfort. Their happiness, our happiness. Anything in bulk would be greatly appreciated. Okay. It's for the cats, not the kids, the cats. They're way more important. Kitty cats. Since when did you and your colleagues become so adorable? A bit of a surprising request, but we can hardly fault him for his passion. See what you can come up with, and I'll be sure to pass it along. Custom Deliveries? Yeah, making a delivery, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna need to make 3 cat toy materials or whatever. Yeah, feline recreational device. Okay. Go ahead and quickly get those done. And then I think that's all we're gonna be doing for today. Let's see, yeah, Custom Deliveries, Margaret, feline recreational, yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Alright, here are the 3 cat toys. Hello, my fair cleaner. How goes the campaign of feline satisfaction? Well, here's a cat toy. Treats and toys seem like a promising candidates, but whether your devotion will be required for long, if at all, depends on the kitty in question. Perhaps a wad of freely paper or a simple box will suffice. Yeah, that sounds about right. Do you normally feel... Yeah, that's the same thing as usual. Okay, let's go ahead and turn on the other two. Yeah, do you normally... Alright, let's read this out. Why have I not returned to my lab and my other neglected responsibilities? Never you fear, I'll attend to the perpetual bin fires just as soon as you leave. You're in no hurry to go, right?